Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Leisha, the preacher. Okay. Oh my God. I'm already a raspy, voiceful person anyway, but having a cold, I'm recovering, does not make it better. But yeah, guys, I've always had a general level of understanding of tariffs, trading, um, international relationships. You know, I've always had a general understanding of that kind of stuff. Well, because I've never had a need on a personal level to understand it at any other greater level. I've never had to, you know, even though, we have family businesses here and there throughout our, generations and stuff. We never personally had to do any serious, international trading or, you know, never had to think about stuff like that. Okay. So, but once I heard the Canadian leader, I'll just say the Canadian leader, I'm not really good with all the political, vocabulary and I don't know everybody's name and stuff, but I just know it's the Canadian leader. Once I heard him say that once our president, whether we like our president or not, is completely irrelevant. How we feel about him is irrelevant. He is the president, he is in the office, and it is going down. Okay, it's going down. So, with that being said, this man opened up my understanding to the next level, whatever that level is. He opened it up. And it sounded like a threat to me. It sounded more like a threat, like if you don't keep the tariff rates at this percentage, then, we all gonna be punished. You know, like everything just gonna go to hell. You know what I mean? And so just listening to him, it just reminded me of my marriage. The second marriage, the second one. The first one was a normal type to me. The second marriage, in that marriage, I was made to feel that if I don't continually perform at let me see how, perform at the highest level at the cheapest price as a wife in my marriage, that he was just going to leave me for somebody else, period. He couldn't wait to get rid of me if I don't stay under his shoe. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt listening to this man. Like if you United States people over there raise your prices, if you raise the price, you know, oh, it's going down. You going to regret it. It's like a threat. I'm like, what business can keep its prices the same forever? Forever? Who can afford not to grow? Who can afford not to grow? Who can afford not to do better? You know? And I might be off, guys. It's okay. I mean, I'm just learning. I'm learning. I'm listening. I'm paying attention, and I admit that, hey, I'm just some little old 55-year-old black woman from Detroit, Michigan. I really don't know shit for real. But Canada is across the water. I mean, I used to go take my family to Wheels Inn almost every Christmas. If we were not in Florida, at our timeshare in Florida, Orange Lake, if we were not at Orange Lake in Florida on vacation, we were at Wheels Inn for Christmas or spring break or something. Okay. So I've spent a lot of time in Canada growing up. Even my family could afford to take us to Canada real quick. Over I mean, like I have people who is over there at the casinos all the time. You know? I mean, my second husband, since I was referring to the second marriage, hell, he's a big time engineer with GM. So I might be, a 55-year-old Black woman from Detroit who don't really know shit. But when it comes to Canada, being from Detroit, I mean, like the water is, I mean, I can see Canada from my backyard. Like Sarah Palin said, I can see Russia from my front porch or whatever, Yeah, being from Detroit, I can see Canada from, just across. My grandsons and I, just this past summer, were on a little riverboat ride, the Princess Riverboat. That was all over the sheer waters of Detroit, you know, in Canada waters right there. I'm just saying. But at the end of the day, it just sounds like such a huge threat that is so unnecessary to me. So if I don't do what you want, all hell gonna break loose? Really? Really? Well, every country, every business, everybody has the right to grow, do better, increase, decrease, adjust, however is deemed necessary. I'm not saying that I agree with increasing the tariffs, to 25% and an additional 10% in whatever other area or whatever. I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but if this increase do take place, why can't we still make it work? Why can't we still make it work? Yes, we're all going to feel it on both sides. Okay. Okay. But again, why can't we still make it work? If we were to decrease the prices, they wouldn't say nothing. If they were to decrease the prices, there would be no complaints. But because we want a little more, there's a problem. Just like in that second marriage. Just like in that second marriage. I needed our marriage to grow. Well, instead of growing the marriage, taking the risk, the chances, he rather bail, punish the whole family, so to speak. Okay, I'm just, keeping that language going and run off and marry another woman. Instead of putting the work in to grow the family, to make sure we get to the next level, endure the changes, whether good or bad, weather the storm. Some people rather just threaten you, punish you, and run off. Well, if that's the case, fine. You know, it has taken me 5 years to almost recover from my ex threatening me, following it through by running off and marrying somebody else. Well, if I can endure being dumped like that as a stay at home wife and mom, I was mostly a stay at home wife and mom, being obedient, staying cheap. You know what I'm trying to say? Playing the game. He just ran off. I ain't even increased the prices, and the Negro still ran off with another woman. So, hey, I'm not President Trump. Don't want to be, you know. I don't mind being his girlfriend with his. Yeah, I'm just lying. I'm just kidding, y'all. I don't mind being his girlfriend. But at the end of the day, um, just like with my husband, whether I agree with him or not, whether I agree with him or not, as the wife, I went along. I went along, and I can tell you that it suck when you do that. It suck. It suck. So I know this may not be a fair comparison, or I don't even know. Again, I'm just talking, y'all. And I could sound like a complete fool. Hey, it is what it is. Or I could actually make some sense here. Who knows? But just listening to that man, it reminded me of that second marriage. All the pressure, the threats, the inability to grow, um, you know, his way or the highway, and all of that kind of attitude, you know, that do lead to divorce. It leads to divorce even if you don't raise the prices. It can lead to divorce if you do raise the prices. It can, you know, when you're living with that type of inability to change, it leads to divorce, one way or another. So I'm not surprised what's happening. To me, it's like American politics right now is like shaking the tree. It's shaking the tree, and those that fall off the tree are supposed to be gone, and those who stay are supposed to be here. And yes, just like the past 5 years since my husband left me for another woman, it's been hard as hell. But I'm here, and I'm making it work, and I ain't going nowhere. Fuck him. And his new white wife that he left me for. Secretly ran off. Didn't have to. He didn't have to do it that way. We had an open marriage, you know. So I hear this Canadian leader. I hear him, but at the same time, really, really, really. And the thing is, I don't know if he's playing the role of the wife who's been loyal and abandoned, or I don't know if he's the husband who's holding the hand of discipline, the hand of punishment. I'm not sure which role it is. I just heard what I heard, and this is how I'm responding. It sounds like America to me, just listening. I'm American, and Trump is the one that's demanding something like a wife. Wives do that. Wives demand things sometimes. They say, hey, babe, we need to do this. Hey, babe, I know we've been doing this for the past 20 years, but maybe we should do this instead now. That's what I hear Trump saying. Whatever we've been doing is not working anymore. We need to do better. We need to improve, increase. And then I hear this Canadian leader sound like the husband, like, hell no. If it ain't fixed, don't break it. And besides, who are you? You just the old raggedy wife now. You should just be blessed that you even get to be married to me anymore. You know, that's what I hear. I could be wrong, and I'm gonna be quiet just in case I am wrong. I'm gonna be quiet now. But if I'm right, it's like, wow, now I see what's really going on. The United States, to me, have been a doormat of a wife, a doormat of a loyal wife to everybody out there, right or wrong. I mean, just because you're a doormat of a loyal wife, like I was, don't mean that, you do no wrong. I'm not saying that. Even those, stay at home wives with aprons on who never, always barefoot and pregnant and stuff. I mean, it's not that they're perfect people. I'm not saying we perfect, no. But even barefoot and pregnant wives running around with no education and just with aprons and a bunch of kids. Every once in a while, even we want to stand up and, put on a pair of shoes and, even put on lip gloss, get our hair done and, just present ourselves. Be able to step out the house sometimes, you know? So I think that's what America is going through. America is like, look, I'm ready to clean myself up. So everybody get out the house. Cause grandma house, big mama, everybody in the whole neighborhood could come through there, have some place to sleep, eat, do whatever, wipe their feet, and keep on trucking. Well, big mama said, look, she happened to walk past the mirror and said, hey, I don't really look that bad. Everybody get out. Let me clean myself up. Let me fix up. I'm going out. I ain't cooking tonight. I ain't cooking. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to Steak and Shake for dinner. Get me a strawberry shake and a little burger or something. Y'all figure it out. That sounds like America. The big mama of the world who said, guess what? I think I'm sexy now. you know? And y'all gonna pay for it. Y'all gonna foot the bill. Because I've been cooking and cleaning and doing and doing and doing for a long time. It's time that I take a look, take inventory, and see what I'm really made of. And so these other countries, these husbands out there that's been benefiting and benefiting and benefiting of our goodness all this time, well, it's time for y'all to pay up, contribute, give a little bit more, just a little bit more. And if it's going to hurt you that bad, then that's just how much you've been getting away with. If it's going to put you out that much, well, then that's just proves how long this marriage has been in trouble. This relationship has been in trouble without me being able to rise up and defend myself. Tired of taking and laying down, and there's no tip on the table. Just tired. All right, now. I know I sound crazy, so I'm going to be done. That's just me ranting. You know, I probably sound like a complete fool. Nothing new, nothing new. Business as usual, guys. All right, you all be blessed. I think it's Sunday, so for those of you who go to church on a regular basis, enjoy. Enjoy. And I'll be back on again. Bye. Oh, click like, subscribe, share my video. If you'd like to leave some type of offering, my Cash App, PayPal, Dr. Leisha the Preacher. All right, guys. Bye.